Whoa, dude. What are you doing? You're going to break it.
Hey, how's it? You know the rules.
Has anyone seen Jack Johnson? We heard he's out picking bananas. Dude, where is Jack Johnson?
I don't know. Is he got that kind of FU money? You know what I'm saying?
Like banana pancakes money?
Yeah. Does he have too much money where he can just...
Dude, banana pancakes money's gnarly.
Dude, it's next level.
I'll make you banana pancakes and pretend like it's the weekend all the time.
Dude, I keep trying to collab with Jack Johnson on that video that we did last week. Dude, he won't answer. He's still out picking bananas.
He's probably got so much dirt under his nails.
Dude, his calluses must be huge by now.
He can't touch the phone.
I think that's why he has to walk on all fours.
Oh.
Because his toes are all bubbly toes.
Yeah. Dude, don't you have a funny Jack Johnson story?
So the first time I met Jack Johnson.
Let's hear it.
Dude, I've had a weird relationship with Jack Johnson.
Off and on.
Before he was famous, I always ran into him. I was always almost dying when I saw him.
Really?
He's kind of been an angel for me in my life. But the first time I met him, I just got to Hawaii after Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
I did the Coldwater Classic and I busted a rib out.
Ooh.
And it hurt so bad. And my coach Reynos, he's like, hey, don't surf today. I'm going to take you to what's-his-face chiropractor. He'll pop it back in. So I was like, okay, I won't surf. I swear.
So he's like, don't surf.
But pipe looks so good. So my first wave, I'm like, I'm just going to catch like one wave. And my first wave, it was like a 10-foot backwash at me.
Oh, like whoosh.
Yeah, and I went so high in the air, and I looked down, and Jack Johnson is under me. He's like looking at me like, whoa.
He's eating a banana.
I was like, that's Jack Johnson. So I broke my board and went in. First wave.
Oh, my God.
I was like, this is a great season starter. So I'm with Reynos, and we get there.
Yeah.
And I was like, Reynos will never know.
You're at the chiropractor.
Yeah, we get to the chiropractor.
Okay.
And we walk in, and Jack Johnson just got lined up.
From all the jumping and stuff he did.
From picking bananas.
Running on all fours is not good for your lower back.
Yeah. So I walk in, he's like, hey, you're the kid that took the crazy 10-foot wipe. He's like, I've never seen someone go that high before.
And you were...
And Reynos is like, what? He's like, you sneaky mini honey.
What's the next time you saw him?
I was surfing a rock pile, which is this like outside break of pipeline. It only breaks when it's pretty big. And I was young and not scared of anything yet.
Yeah.
So I got the wave of my life, like this crazy drop. And I was like, dude, I'm pretty gnarly right now. So rock pile's a left, but this wave started jacking up and I was like, jacking up?
Johnson?
It was Jack Johnson and that. And I was like, I'm going to go right. I went right for no reason. It wasn't even a right.
Yeah.
I just went, ah! Like, I was just that gnarly. And
Yeah. That's stupid.
So I pull in, I'm like, ah! And I break my board in 3 pieces.
Does that happen often? 3?
It was a good break. And I look to the horizon, I hear everyone like, Sat! And like sometimes in Hawaii, like when the peak of the swell happens, like tsunami comes, like a 20-foot white
Out
water.
of nowhere.
Yeah. So I'm like swimming, I'm like, oh no. And I hear this like bubbling behind me. And Jack Johnson's on a jet ski.
Why?
He's just behind me on a jet ski.
Like a sponsored jet ski?
And real calm, he's like, this set's about to rock your world. I'm like, huh? And then he just goes, wee, and takes off his
He didn't help you?
He didn't help me.
So
he like sprayed me while leaving, like.
So he's just kind of always been there in bad moments. So every time you've been around, you've broken a board.
Yeah, it's like always like the craziest scenarios. I was so into banana pancakes this one year.
Right.
I'm not lying.
The song or
It wasn't out yet.
Oh, the song hadn't been released.
And I had this saying, I would to my friends and stuff be like, we're making banana pancakes.
In the kitchen dancing.
Jack Johnson was out at Rocky Point and he was singing and drumming. I was like, make a banana pancake. And he was like,
oh, he stole it.
Dude, he totally stole it. You know the rules, I had my sayings.
Right.
And I swear he took banana pancakes from me.
Jack?
I mean, he could at least collab
Just
with
defend.
me, dude.
I mean, defend it if it's not true. Say something.
remember when we hung out with him?
Yeah. All right, Sean. You're sitting there right now. I'm filming you.
This is my
Hey,
Ryan.
how you doing?
Hey, Ryan.
Good to meet you. I'm sure we crossed paths, huh?
Yeah, I've seen you in Hawaii a
Yeah.
bunch
Yeah.
before you're famous.
Hey.
This weekend, Shelby's gonna be joining. Nina.
Oh my
They're so good. We had bananas and pancakes. Dude, he scarfed those.
Dude,
things.
I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was gonna. I thought he was just gonna kind of, but he was like eating them.
He ate all the banana
And he was
pancakes. I was like, damn, he really is Jack Johnson.
You're like, you can have it, bro.
Like, you are the banana king.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, hey, maybe he's real hungry or something. But yeah, Jack was a sweet man.
Dude,
Still
Jack
with us.
he's one of my favorite people.
I think he's still alive.
Is he still alive?
I just haven't seen him anywhere. So you have to be in the North Shore
Shore.
in some sort of woods to see him.
Dude, I was driving down this road last year
In Hawaii.
in Hawaii, and he was about to walk into his gate to his house,
Oh.
and we locked eyes. Dude, I could see the fear in his eyes, like, Sterling? Because he knows, like, he's like, what, is he going to film me? Like, he was tripping out. He's like, oh, no,
So
Sterling, go.
He got in his gate real quick.
Dude, he, like, tried to get in real quick, but his bike got stuck, and I'm, like, coming closer. I'm like, Jack!
His
And he's,
ukulele.
like, trying to pull it in before, and he's like, ah! Close the gate real quick.
Dang it.
I'm
So
like, Jack!
the banana pancake money, you can get a gate. Dude, you know what's been kind of ticking me off?
P. Diddy.
No. Lately, Kelly's been making money off us.
What?
His ads are
Oh,
playing
yeah.
on our channel.
Dude, what is with this guy?
So he won't talk to us. He won't like us. He won't.
But he'll put his ads in our...
outer known all over it. All day I go to like watch a thing on it and it's Kelly's face.
How much money is he going to make off of us?
I think we should get some sort of cut or at least a follow. Kelly did like your most recent video with his tattoo neck.
I think he liked it because
Yeah.
I made fun of Shane.
Yeah, and
He's like, oh, phew,
yeah, and
it's not
Kelly
just me.
Kelly looked kind of cool in the clip.
Dude, Shane's such a legend.
Dude, he
doesn't take himself serious.
he's like, yeah, I got a lower back tattoo.
Dude, lower back tattoos are rad. I think I should get one.
If you're gonna get one, that would be the one that people would assume you'd get.
I want to get a tiki, like on my lower back.
Yeah.
That says enter here.
Ooh.
It's time to open a West Peak. We're gonna freaking drink the West Peaks now. We're gonna watch Pinch My Clips and freaking get all pumped on some freaking West Peaks. Blessed be the Laird.
You like the cooler?
You feel like a 7-year-old again.
That's a weird way to say it, but I know what you're saying.
Like, anything's possible. Like, as soon as your lips hit this, it's like, I could climb over that mountain.
Yeah, dude, you could surf
I
Jaws.
could ride the West Peak of Sunset.
All right, you've said it smells like a garden, tastes like a sunset. What else?
This feels like a cold stream flowing into my mouth.
Oh,
You could give this to anyone.
yeah.
It's
Yep, even like a hardcore Harley Davidson dude.
He'd be like, no. Pretty good.
Go to drinkwestpeak.com. Get on the West Peak with us, guys.
20% off?
20% off. Type in Pinch My Salt. Go to drinkwestpeak.com.
It's on.
Let's do it. Okay, dude, what is this? Is this accidental? What does this mean?
At a girl?
Isn't
It's
that...
shooting your board out.
Yeah, but couldn't you kill her?
That's pretty dangerous. I
Look at
remember
that.
back in the 90s,
Yeah.
if you cut someone off, you'd get a board speared into you.
But what is this idiot doing? The wave is 2 feet tall.
Yeah, it's a chick. Come on. She's not even in a thong.
Maybe that's his mom or something.
He's like, screw you, mom.
All right, this is a weird topic. Let's get into it. Birds are just named stuff like hot-breasted milk, and no one does anything about it. And I have a list of
Dude,
birds.
That's so true.
I have a list of birds. Look at this. The somber tit.
Somber tit?
It's a member of the tit family. Found. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Dude, the people that name birds, they could do whatever they
They're
want.
horny people. The dick sizzle.
Come on.
The next one is called the red-rumped bush tyrant.
What? These are all sexual innuendos.
Dude, these bird watchers. The blue-footed booby?
What? Booby?
That's like a
kind of hot.
American bush tit.
It must be like the lesbian of the... The American lesbian bush tit.
All right, there's a few more. The woodcock.
Come on.
Dude.
They knew what they were doing.
I know. The fluffy back tit babbler.
Back tit babbler?
The back-titted babbler.
Who named these?
All right, what is this guy?
Buttons? I think this is buttons.
What's
Dude,
up
look
with-
at this board.
Can you ride a board with that many
Dude,
fins?
I wish they had footage. I remember sitting in a hot tub with him once at Turtle Bay.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there chilling and Buttons just jumped in the hot tub. I was like, it's freaking Buttons. He was like, how's it?
Did he have all the fins with him?
No.
Oh, boy.
What?
Look at this.
Oh my God, who is this legend? Jeez, I can't tell if his muscles are sand dunes or...
Dude, does this sell? Does this move product?
Sand dunes are...
Can you tell just by looking at him that he can surf or not? Does your surf radar?
It's kind of hard.
What is?
I think he might know how to surf.
All right.
Pinch my salt. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Banger at It just went live on YouTube.
That's all he said. But that's the only comedy you read. That guy's a legend.
Savage.
Who is this
We
savage
love you,
guy?
Savage.
He's a friggin' like
Florida skimboarder.
dude. He's good.
YouTubing.
He's kicking butt.
That's the cool thing about YouTube. Like now, like skimboarders can become legends.
Yeah.
In the 90s,
Oh.
no one would even give them bread. You know how people throw bread out to seagulls? They wouldn't even do that for skimboarders.
Yeah, skimboarders were like right below seagulls.
Serious. Whoa.
It's Chris Taleo? Taloa?
This guy's gnarly. I think they called him Wonton. He would surf on these boogies and be so gnarly. I remember him at Pipe doing the gnarliest hairs.
Look at
Isn't
that.
that crazy?
Yes, it's crazy.
Dude, could you imagine if he surfed? He's gnarly.
I respect it. He's
Dude.
doing something new.
You see how he was barely on the back tail. Dude, I remember surfing at Pipe with this guy, and I think he was like a jiu-jitsu master. And I
Yeah.
remember everyone saying, like, dude, don't mess with him.
This is me and you. You're on the beach just like...
I'm like, Ryan, no. Oh my gosh.
It's not even funny. Dude, that poor girl.
She's on the sand. I can't go any deeper. Dude, this is gnarly on a foil. He just got a... Ooh, he jumped on the fin. Let me just hop on this. I got it.
Oh, jeez.
He's already back home. How'd I get home already?
Whoa, dude.
What's this?
This is Inlanders.
Oh, tarp surfing. I used to do this.
Is it fun?
Dude, he's like a barrel. It's fun for the first 3 minutes.
Can you do this for me?
Ooh, this could be your first barrel.
Look at these two kids.
Dash! Oh, God.
So and then look what happens.
Oh, no, they get tangled up.
So they...
Oh. Which way are you going?
They're attached.
They're freaking surf wrestling.
And then they just start getting beat to death.
Ew. People that are trying to learn how to surf, we need like little pool. We need those doggy surf pools for
Yeah,
them.
little doggy pools.
Little safe doggy surf pools.
padded walls.
What? Trampoline skiing?
Toad in trampoline.
All right. Olé! Whee! Hi-ya! Why?
Is this like a West
'Cause
Peak ad?
we
Or?
can. Is that Van-Claude Van Damme?
That's Jean-Claude Van Dude, I was on a plane with Jean-Claude Van Damme once.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he doing the splits?
He had a hat on and just looked super tan.
You know he's always doing splits
Yeah,
and
dude.
stuff.
That
I'd be
guy-
sick if he was splitting on the plane. Well, yeah, we've done it.
We've done it.
Trampoline skiing.
Yep, and then we move over to drone hammocking.
Dude, that would be sick to cruise through
Oh
town
my
with a
God.
hammock. You
Look,
know,
he's getting water.
you can walk your dog easy. Is this the future? We're just so lazy. We're
He's-
just droning around in hammock.
He's reffing a soccer game.
Soon they'll be surfing on these things.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Surf drones.
Surfboard drone. Yeah, you don't even have to paddle. You just
You
engage
just hover.
and then land into the wave. Yep. Okay, I know this is an angry point for us.
Alright.
This is where we argue. Dogs and surfing. This guy, I will say, this dog looks like he's having a blast.
See? Look at his tail.
I know.
Wee-hee. I feel like a dog, if it doesn't want to get on, it won't jump on the board.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Because my dog,
Yeah. What is
I
Polly?
tried to take her out surfing once, and she won't even get near the shore at all.
Oh, okay. So your dog is not being forced. It just doesn't want to do it.
She doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at
I
Showing
Okay,
the tail.
This is a perfect example
He's
of
like, yow.
that a dog does love it.
Look at this whale back paddle this guy. See, this is back paddling.
This is
See
back.
how he went around him and then
Oh.
sink?
Dude.
You naughty Rose.
So this is a reincarnated kook.
Well, maybe he's head local and he's like, you naughty Rose. I get all the waves here. Over here. Over here. Over here.
He's like,
You naughty Rose.
but it sounds like. Dude, this is so funny.
I shook his hand. I'm like, oh, I know he's about to do. So I fucking anchored myself. I'm like, not
Anchored.
today,
Core
son.
strength.
Not today.
Look, Donald Trump.
Joe Rogan.
And look, you could see Donald
Oh my
trying to
God.
pull him in. Look,
Why is he pulling it?
that's Donald Trump's move.
Why?
It's an alpha male power move. Like if I went to shake like Laird's hand and I pulled him in. But Joe said, I freaking anchored. But
he was ready for
he
it.
got him, dude. What is this guy doing?
Oh my God. How old is this guy?
What is he running after? He's 67, dude.
60. Oh my God. This is going to be us.
Yeah.
Coming for you, Kelly. Dude, Kelly needs to hang out with this guy. He's fast.
Isn't that rad?
That's so sick. We should all try to be like this one.
Be
day.
sprinting.
I think that's what people get wrong. They think you got to slow down when you get older,
No, turn it up.
but maybe just keep it up.
Keep it up. Well, that's where there's Blue
Don't
Chew.
turn it
and-
up more.
Right.
She's after me. My wife, she's crazy.
But here's the problem. What does an older person have anything to run to? Do you know what I'm
It's
saying?
all in the past.
Like, exactly. Like, we have so much we're running to. We got our life ahead of us. What's he running to?
Well, maybe that's the secret.
Keep running.
He's just running to run.
It's like Forrest Gump. Sterling made sure to find all the videos that proves his point. Here we go. This dog does look like he's freaking loving it.
Oh, he's pig dog.
But see, look at these nice chill waves.
Oh, see?
He's going to the beach.
Look, he didn't have to
Aw.
get on.
Look, he's begging to go. What the heck?
Whoa. Dude, Kai Lenny needs this. What? I want this. I want to move to Maui and get more crazy stuff than Kai. And every day he's like, damn it.
Yeah, your drone.
Like I'm flying by him on this to check Jaws. I'm out at Jaws on this. Could you imagine?
And then you fly by Jack Johnson, like flick him off.
Screw you, Jack. You didn't pick me up in that jet ski.
Have you seen Kelly's announcement video about the baby?
No,
It's sweet.
Kelly's pregnant?
Yep.
Finally. He finally's doing it.
But he's also trying to sell those new shark boards while the pregnant thing.
Oh, really? He's
Edit
like,
it.
babe, hey, babe, I know we need to do this
Sales are down.
baby video, but we got to,
We
the
gotta-
views are going to be high in this and we need board sales up. He's genius. He did board sales while announcing his baby.
I know. Wonder what they're going to name the baby.
Dude, what is Kelly going to name his baby? It's going to be a gender neutral name like him.
Like Pat. What's a gender neutral name? Besides Kelly, what's
He
another?
might go Hawaiian or maybe some kind of animal
like
name.
Kellywana?
Kellywana.
Kellywana.
What if he named it Kelly Jr.?
You know what he needs to name it?
What?
Andy. Wouldn't that be
Cute.
sick? Name him Andy Kelly.
That'd be cute.
Hockey. What's going on with hockey, Sterling?
You know how this whole world is fighting each other about stuff? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you can't do this. How is hockey able to slug each other
Yeah,
still?
is that just in the rules?
Basketball, you can't even push without getting
No.
$5,000 payment.
$5,000.
It's like 50.
Yeah.
So why can you fight still?
Look, they have their like weights up there.
You stupid piece of crap.
Anybody who watches hockey that's watching this, tell us in the comments, why is this allowed?
I love it though.
Me
Like
too.
it's like, you know what? Let's freaking what if fighting was in every sport?
Surfing,
Like tennis?
racquetball, tennis. Oh,
Dude, how
tennis.
sick would tennis be?
People get
You
good
get
at
mad and they run up to the fence and they're just like, and
Yeah.
then they stop and they're like, all right,
All right,
you ready to go again?
Is this only croissants? What is
Is
this?
this the new Only Croissants page?
Whoa.
This is gnarly. This chick is probably the one you want to hang out with.
Yeah, she can make up some carbs, dude. Look at her fingers, though.
Oh my god, she's
She-
playing like a harp. It's like she has 7 middle fingers.
Okay, speaking of OnlyFans,
I went very, very viral because I was selling my farts in a jar. And unfortunately, I was hospitalized because I got a little bit overzealous and was producing too many farts and ended up in the emergency room because I thought I was having a heart attack, but it turned out to just be gas pains. So I made about $200,000 selling my farts in a jar into an early
$200,000.
retirement.
How is she showing her face?
After the fart stuff,
Like, how can you even walk out in public?
I
And
think.
no offense.
I think anything goes these days.
anything goes these days.
Like that's what's kind of cool.
True.
You know, back in the 90s, like if you'd hear someone did something wrong, they would shame them the rest of their life, and they'd be an alcoholic on the outskirts of town.
Now you can
with,
sell
like, a trench coat,
farts.
and now you screw it.
That
I'm
was
selling farts over here.
Yeah, and they put nice music behind it.
She probably goes into church like cruising.
Oh,
Oh,
there's-
there's the fart chick.
There's Fart Francis.
There's Farty Franny.
Okay, look at this guy. I feel like this was you watching surf videos back in the day.
Right. This is how I would train. Yeah, come on, yeah. Dude, this kid's rad.
Look at him.
What? Dude, this kid's for sure gonna be a jockey one day. Yeah. This morning, we ride with surf waves like a monkey. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna squeeze the wave juice. We're gonna rip. We're gonna spread our cheeks and spray all the children of the land. Maybe it's a good. He heard us.
Are you all right? All right, maybe we shouldn't make fun of that guy anymore. That was scary. Okay, dude, I've never seen this in snowboarding or skiing, whatever. The first ever. This is the first ever ski barrel.
What?
Dude.
An avalanche barrel?
Dude, a snow barrel. Yeah, he's getting a snow barrel. What? Oh my God. Kelly is, he must be in this first trimester because he is pissed.
Kelly's pregnant.
But
This is
look.
Ryan Cal now. Dude.
Oh,
Kelly.
he almost speared him, dude.
Dude, Kelly, he was probably pissed off.
Well, dude, the
He was
first
like,
trimester
I'm
is.
gonna catch up to him.
Right.
And then he was like, "Ah."
Dude, he almost friggin'
look how, you see, he's not going that fast.
right.
And then how does he all of a sudden get that close? Right there, he must have pumped. So he's like, I'll show you. Ah! I'm pregnant. I can't. I'm pregnant. Ah!
Hey, you're not that flat earther, are you?
What's that face?
You're the wrong guy.
Dude, look at Kelly. I mean, I'm no one to complain or joke, but look at that backlines.
He's like a pug.
I mean, I have no room to talk, but look at those backlines.
He's like a pug. He's like a beautiful little
It's like
pug.
silly putty. Look at his face.
What's that face?
Dude, that is the face of the
Dude,
devil.
if he had tats on him,
Oh.
dude, we would be like, right now, we'd be like, well, turn it off.
But look at that look, dude.
Jeez.
Ice cold.
It's like he has sunglasses on. Look at it. Looks like he has sunglasses.
Yeah.
But it's just darkness in his eyes.
Wow.
This is freaking Garrett McIntyre.
But dude, he skips like a
my
stone,
God.
like a Candy Griffith. Oh my God. But dude, he skipped.
Oh, that's such a brain injury.
His body became a stone.
Garrett's gnarly.
Dude, this guy can surf better than anybody. He's got one leg, bro.
Dude, he's gnarly.
That
He's
backside.
ripping.
He's shredding.
Doesn't this give you like such great hope and
It gives me chills.
like anyone can keep going.
I know.
That's such a beautiful message in our world. You know, you lose a leg, kind of worst case scenario. And like, dude, he's loving life still.
I know.
It's harder, but you can still live a happy life.
I mean, to have the courage to go out and do that, it's insane.
That's what these kind of injuries, like, I feel sorry for people with depression because it's the injury is in here.
Right.
So no one can see it. It's the same as this. But what's injured is your mood and outlook.
Yeah, you're right.
So what do you do when that's messed up?
You gotta like get help.
We have to like just bring more awareness. Like there's so many ways to help depression. And it's just like, but what's hard is when you're depressed, you don't want to go on a walk.
Right. You don't want help.
You don't, because that's what's injured. That void, that little part of you is injured.
Yeah.
Just to get yourself to the beach or get yourself out in nature, just to literally depression, you can get through it if you just stay moving.
Stay moving.
And change your diet and take good supplements.
I was telling you this earlier.
Get sunlight.
I was like kind of been bumming lately. And I was like, I watched this thing that popped up and there's like, you're probably depressed. And I was like, And I was like, are you eating bad? I was like, It was like, have you worked out lately? I was like, It was like, you got to get moving. You got to. But
that's what's hard with depression is what's injured is to get moving.
Right.
So, dude.
But what you're saying is like, it's obvious this guy is missing his left leg or whatever.
I'm not saying it's easier, but it could almost be easier than depression. Maybe this isn't the right way to say it.
Right.
I'm saying depression and mental injuries, brain injuries, and anything to do with depression, it's almost harder to understand because if you lose your leg, it's like, okay, I need a new leg, or like it's you're able to see it, but with depression obvious. It's like, what's wrong with me? It takes years to just understand it at all.
Right. And people don't want to listen and you're feeling alone.
Oh yeah. It's like self-sabotage, and we need better help for mental health.
Okay. Kayak Extreme.
So this is called a goat board.
Goat board?
Yeah. In Australia, they call them goat boards. He did a freaking rodeo. Look how gnarly he felt after that.
He prayed a little bit.
Dude, he like did what we were talking about, the oversteezing, the afterbang.
So you can oversteeze a goat board?
This is goat board steezing. But you're locked in sitting down, so you can just put your head in.
That's the only way to claim it.
And surfing, you like loosen your arm up and like, but in goat boarding, you just go.
Dude.
Just.
Little paddle twirl.
I wonder if all the other goat boarders are like, frig. You see him drop knee that.
Did you see him drop head that?
Did he just drop head?
Oh, I got dizzy.
Dude, I'm drop heading. Did he do a drop headed rodeo flip?
Dude, he did too much drop head.
So much drop head.
Dude.
Whoa, he's steezing on a surf skate? Jeez, is this Snoop style skating?
Dude, what's up, chicks? Whoa.
This is Snoop style.
Snoop style. Dude.
That guy's red. Is this a longboarder? Holy crap.
Did he just break the sound barrier with that thing?
That was a big lumberjack smack.
Look at that. Have you ever done that on a big board?
No.
Just gone straight?
Maybe on a big gun at sunset. Just freaking.
Not in the morning.
I mean, I was riding my 9.6 the other day.
That's true. Look at this rad lady. Just keep running, dude. That's what this is.
Keep serving.
She's 92. Her board could be upgraded, but
I've had this board. Look how cute she is.
I know.
She's like, oh, these kids were trying to backpedal me, and I had to show them. I got to smack them on the behind. They're trying to backpedal me. They didn't know about backpedaling. And I was like, you know what? If you backpedal me one more time, I'll freaking backslap you. You, kid! If I see you backpedal me, I'll get you. I'll get you good. They made this wetsuit for me in Vietnam. Look how sick she is.
I know. She catches them on her stomach.
Dude, she's so rad. Does she do this by herself?
I mean, there's a camera guy with her.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's 92. But what's so cool about this, we've talked about it before, is you can surf forever. Even if it's just catching one on your stomach. You can't. She's not going out and playing friggin' basketball. That's
you can still enjoy your day.
That's the magic of surfing, dude. You can surf till you're 92.
Started Outer Known to make clothing differently.
12 Tides is back, and we're gonna eat them with our mouths, cause kelp is cool, and you know the rules.
That was good. Dude, 12 Tides chips, bro.
Dude, they're freaking back.
They're kelp snacks, man.
These are the new Cheetos.
What flavor you got?
I got everything.
Mine is the sea salt, bro. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Some people might hate that, but they gotta listen.
There's so many vitamins in this.
Dude, Cheetos, Cheez-Its, all that bull crap. 12 Tides.
Imagine everything became as awesome as this.
Do you eat these on the beach a lot?
Dude, when I eat these on the beach, it's like I'm one with the kelp.
Really? You can feel it? I think the ocean knows you're helping.
Oh, when you eat these, the ocean's like, you know what? We're going to send you a couple waves.
Yeah, dude. So loud. You just shook the studio, dude. Gluten-free, no added sugar.
Dude, one day, hopefully these guys are on top. Aren't they in Whole Foods markets now?
Dude, they're in Whole Foods markets nationwide.
What?
Sea salt flavor and the everything flavor.
It's happening.
People are going to get better. So the sea salt and the everything flavor are available at Whole Food markets nationwide, dude.
Ocean positive.
Booyah. Dude, so Kelly Slater's having a baby.
Who's the dad?
What? You think it was artificially?
Wait, Kelly's pregnant?
Dude.
Who's the dad? Kelly's so gnarly. He's like, I'll do this one.
I'll do it. You're an idiot.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll take the baby on and win the world title. No one's ever done it.
First man to be pregnant and barreled.
I'll be the first pregnant man to win a world title.
Well, you know, they put
in
up
jeans.
They released that sweet video. I don't want to make fun of it.
Yeah,
it was a good video, but I was waiting for the shot where he's like, you know how he's always looking into a camera? I was hoping on the announcement video he'd be like, say congratulations to Kelly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're stoked.
We're stoked for you, bro. And it might be a boy.
It's a boy.
Are we sure?
Yep.
All right. It's a boy.
I'm actually really excited for this.
Dude, I can't wait. What if he hates surfing, though, the little boy?
I think Kelly's going to be a good dad.
I think the godfather should be Kai Lenny. And Laird should be the wet nurse.
What are we?
We're just like his weird uncles that'll never meet.
What if, like, the son grows up and he's like, Dad, Sterling is like,
he's
my favorite. Kelly's like,
yeah, dude.
And I move in.
You're his fun uncle.
And he wants to be a surfer comedian. He wants
Yeah.
to follow, like, my lineage. Kelly's like, Kelly would be like 80 by this time.
I know. He's like, screw you, Kelly.
Kelly's
or Sterling.
55 now.
No, he's not.
Yes. 53?
I'm looking it up.
53.
He's 52. And how's he doing? Like we know. Talk like we know.
I was watching him at Bell's.
So he's currently still surfing in competitions to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
At 52.
I think it's time to back it up.
Where's Bell's?
It's in Australia.
So he was in Australia at 52 years old, pregnant.
He's pregnant. That's insane.
And you don't think he's doing good. But he beat John.
I know, but...
But just listen to that. A 52-year-old pregnant man beat John Florence in Australia. That's cool.
I know, but John just needed another wave. I admire it so much in some ways. Like, man, it's so cool he's willing to keep doing this when he knows he was so much better 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I admire the bravery of that.
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome.
Willing to keep putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
But also, like, he just lost, and I'm like, dude, you're like too good for this.
Right.
I would like to see him go into like more of a like Mike Tyson era where he only does certain events.
Well, you know, like in soccer, even in basketball, you see athletes, their game changes. Like, so say they're so athletic, their athleticism kind of fades. So like, okay, I'm going to switch. Like in soccer, they go more midfield or they do something.
Right.
But in surfing, You can't do
Well,
that.
that's why I keep saying he needs to ride different boards. He's trying to ride these young kid boards.
What's a young kid board?
Like a tiny epoxy thruster.
And what's a old pregnant man board?
He needs to go back to like longer boards made out of poly.
So he needs to go to a board that fits his age.
I swear Kelly needs to bring me onto his team. But Kelly needs to go into like Sonny Garcia mode. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know who Sonny Garcia is.
Sonny Garcia, he when he started getting older,
Yeah.
he was bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
But he couldn't play the young kids game anymore.
Yeah.
So he just started doing even bigger turns. And he was like, that's when he won his world title.
With turns.
He would do the biggest turns on the biggest boards. Just,
And it was sick.
And I think Kelly should go more like that. Like, stop trying to like tail slide with Felipe.
Right.
Just go into full man turn mode.
Right.
And he's riding these small boards, and I'm watching him like fall on weird stuff. And I'm like, dude, I know Kelly's better than this.
Right. We need to get a shirt that says "Surf Your Age." That'd be sick. Surf your age, and it's just a picture.
He can still be just as gnarly, just in a different way.
Do it, Kelly. Hey, can everybody real quickly go to Kelly's Instagram and say, go follow Sterling Spencer? Let's get it. Let's do it, because Sterling has all this knowledge for him.
It's weird how small surfing is still. We need a good surfer in his 20s to go on Baywatch or do something like mainstream.
We need to make surfing
like
great
date
again.
a Kardashian or...
Ah, that's it. Is there another one available?
The younger one.
She's still around?
I don't know.
What if... Is Kylani doing stuff? Is he married?
He's kind of older. He's
No.
married.
Who's young that's not married? Matthew McConaughey's son needs to start a reality show, become a pro
Well,
surfer.
We need someone who's already pro.
Griffin
I
Calapianto?
think Griffin needs to take one for the team.
He needs to maybe go to like an improv class.
He needs to like get on MTV or...
Is MTV still... I think you're dating yourself.
I think he needs to date a Kardashian.
Just date a freaking Kardashian.
Like,
Put out a sex tape.
Because... yeah, we need a sex tape out with one of these guys. Dude, I was watching the Bells contest. I'm like, dude, none of these guys are famous.
They're boring.
Like, I'm the most famous one on there. I'm not even on there.
Dude, I wish you did.
They need to give me a wild card.
Dude, if you dated Kardashian, got on a wild card, and maybe could you score?
I could save the WSL.
They need more fun.
They don't.
Surfing's boring, dude.
Like the NBA is so fun because such craziness is happening off the fields.
I know. Draymond's crying. Steph Curry's getting ejected or whatever.
It's like a reality TV show.
Right.
That's what keeps you coming.
Well, think about this. They're all in an arena, right? With tons of lights. There's famous people sitting courtside. It's like, oh. Surfing's like some crappy long leg.
They're way out. Red, we can't see you. Red.
It's true, dude. Here's what I was thinking, and I'm going to get
It's
AI.
become wave pools.
Guys, right now I'm going to show some pictures that I don't even know what they look like yet, but we need dome, courtside seat surfing. We need
Right.
celebrities sitting courtside.
You're so right.
There's no inside dome surfing.
I know.
Dude, wire cams.
It's got to become wave pools.
It's got to become indoor dome wire cams. Surf pools.
Yeah, dude. Like, what other sport where you don't even get the chance to score?
You know how I feel about that. Here's what I don't like as a bystander. Griffin has been paddling around for the last 7 minutes waiting for a freaking wave.
Time's up.
But for the last 7 minutes...
Time's up.
I don't understand. He had 7 more minutes to get a wave, and a wave just didn't show up. In a wave pool, like you say, in the future, he'll be able to keep on keeping on.
It's more fair.
It's more like competitive. Like, we're actually going to get to surf. I think
That is the weirdest thing about surfing. Like, you're depending on the ocean, and it won't send someone a wave. That's like you're at a basketball game and they're like, we're not sure if the goal is going to be here. Dude, and so you're bouncing the ball, like hoping the basketball goal comes by.
So wait, we have to basically in surf contests, and I just learned this last year, if a wave doesn't come, you don't get to surf it.
I know.
And to me, that is the dumbest thing ever.
Ever.
It's just like we said. It's like they take the basketball goal out and they're like, well, it's coming back in a minute. And then you're like, well, I've got 10
or if
seconds.
the soccer goal isn't there.
Yeah, and you have 2 minutes left. And it's like, sorry, the goal's not here.
It's so weird.
It's stupid.
Dude, I used to do the QS, is the qualifying series.
Okay.
At the worst time of human evolution.
Water.
I would fly all the way to Brazil. I'd be in a 6-man heat
and no waves
with Brazilians. I would go to Brazil and not even catch a wave. I wouldn't even get an opportunity to ride a wave. I'd spend $5,000 flying all the way down there to lose first heat because there's 7 Brazilians on me.
And no waves.
I didn't catch one wave.
And then you went home.
I flew all the way home, cried.
So yeah, let's get some insight.
What other sport can that happen?
I've already said this. It's dumb.
It's like going into a racquetball court and sometimes the walls aren't there. And you just hit it and it just goes. And they're like, sorry, you lost. Yep. The wall wasn't here.
The wall's gone right now.
Dude, surfing is the dumbest competitive sport out there. It's not. Dude, I swear when wave pools take off, people are going to look back and like, what?
Yeah, how did
you wouldn't get... World titles have gotten decided from someone just not catching a wave.
Because there's no wave.
It's so stupid. Competitive surfing, it should be like you get 2 waves no matter what.
Sterling.
And it's not timed. They get their 2 waves, over.
Right.
If they get their 2 waves, over. And if you fall, tough luck.
Tough luck.
That would be more fair.
Yeah, because it's like, here's your chances. You're done.
Yeah. That's why competitive surfing has never been taken serious, I feel like.
I feel like I can't get into it because it doesn't feel right. Who started this?
It's been a... Dude, I swear some of the best surfers have never been in competition because not all of them want to become... Like, the best surfers or the guys that made the tour, it was more about the guys that were, like, the most angry.
Right.
They were willing to, like, fight someone over...
You got to change it.
Dude, what is up with P. Diddy?
I'm not a good pop culture kind of guy, but I guess he got raided for having all these secret cameras in his house.
Secret sex.
I saw a video of the SWAT team going in with guns and like pulling out his kids. And I'm like, what did he do?
Dude, Cat Williams is right again.
Here's what I think, Sterling. If we ever get real famous.
Dude, I'm so scared of what we're gonna
do anything. Right? Don't do stuff.
Like, don't start like a cult.
Don't start a cult. Don't do anything weirdly sexual.
It's so hard.
I guess it is hard because everybody does it.
That's when the temptation. It's easy to not be tempted when you have nothing.
Right. And then when you get famous, it's like, here, we'll do all this. So that's what it is. People get too famous. They get too powerful. And then all of a sudden they start filming people and doing bad stuff. Is that why you just got to stay
low?
Stay low, baby.
Dude, I was thinking about selling your soul and it kind of started finally making sense to me.
Like when you hear those things of Bob Dylan and people that sold their soul.
Selling your soul to the devil.
To like have fame.
I think ego is the devil of our world.
Okay.
So like selling your soul like is selling out for like yourself. Instead of like, you know, like thinking about everyone. Yeah. It's like, I want it all for myself.
Right.
And when you want everything for yourself, that's when like the greed, I feel like suffering comes when you want everything for yourself.
Right.
So I think that is what it means to sell your soul.
So it's not really like, I'm going to go into a room, light a candle and cut my hand and sell my soul to the devil.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the real thing.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's just like some weird people added that on.
I get it. Like, would you sell your soul? Is that what we're trying to ask?
Would I sell my soul? For how much?
I don't know. For a house in Hawaii. It's not worth it.
I mean, I don't know if I could sell my soul at this point.
It's not worth anything.
I'm too...
It's too cheap.
I don't know. I don't care about anything.
I know, and that's kind of a
Maybe I'm calling on some gnarly energy here.
Yeah, don't do it. No, I think it's like the surfer vibe. Like we've talked about this before, but when you surf a lot, you don't care about anything.
I know.
And it's kind of hard, you know, because sometimes we got to do stuff, and Sterling's too chill.
I know y'all talk about money, and it's like,
and I'm like, he surfed this week. We got to wait for it to wear off.
I know when our freaking guys start talking about money, there's no like cha-ching.
But if the surf goes away, if like say it hasn't surfed in a month, then you're like, all right, we got to make some money. But when you've surfed, you're like, I don't care.
I don't even want to talk about it, man. It's so true.
It is true.
The closest I've felt to that greed when I was 27
years
old.
Yeah.
And that's And that's the age where everyone kills themselves.
Is it really?
Have you heard of the 27 thing? Like Jimi Hendrix, Elvis, they all die at 27. Maybe it wasn't Elvis, but
I love when
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain did that.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. Was he 27?
Yeah, there's a Amy Winehouse. There's a crazy Madonna died at 27. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, wait a minute. You could trick me.
No, but there's this thing at 27. Heath Ledger died at 27.
But they didn't kill themselves, but it was self-inflicted.
Well, they OD. That's
right.
Pretty much killing yourself.
Yeah.
And I think there's a weird spiritual at 27. I feel like if we don't dip into our spirit, it's like the ego, we can't keep living.
Right.
It's like we're out of stuff to entertain us or fulfill us.
Yeah.
And I think that is the age where I could feel it. Like I was really successful in my little world. And I got to that point, I remember at 27, that was the first time I started dealing with like depression and suicidal thoughts. And it's like, why? And I think that's the age of the ego where it's you have two, it's like a fork in the road.
Right.
You're either going to like dive in even more head first and like start getting into really selling your soul, or you take the spirit path.
Right.
And I chose the spirit path.
Well, you know what's weird? I was thinking about this. I have a newborn baby. She's 6 months old. And even just waking up is exciting. Like
For
just,
the baby.
Yeah, she's like, oh, a ceiling. And then when you get 10, you're like, oh, I don't want to wake up. Isn't cool anymore. And then 20, you're like they remember when kids love to go to playgrounds and then a playground becomes boring.
Right.
And then 27
years old.
You're like, I don't even want to see a playground. You get so bored with life so fast.
I think you have to learn to just enjoy life for the little things.
Yes. Dude, I think that I was just listening to Bobby Lee. And he's talking about how he's so dopamine addicted. Rainn Wilson was on there, Dwight Schrute, and they were talking about how, and I want to do this. I want to go on a dopamine fast.
Right.
No phone, no nothing, but I'm so addicted
to surfing.
I know. It is called surfing.
Like this morning, I took a walk before we started this.
Yeah.
And I was looking at trees, and it's like I'm literally as happy as I could be.
And you leave your phone normally behind, right?
Oh, yeah.
But see, like, I feel scared to leave my phone.
How am I going to make it home?
Like, yeah.
If I get lost.
I don't want that feeling. Get away.
Dude, I went on a good 5-year hiatus.
From the phone.
From everything.
Dopamine.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like, dude, my career, I got these 2 giant agents. Like, he was ahead of Green Day.
Oh, yeah.
And they were going to start this, like, they had this crazy projection of Sterling Spencer. I was going to be, like, the next Rob Dyrdek and all this stuff.
We could have done it.
Well, it would have been fun if we did it.
Right. It was
But
too
when
much.
I had agents and, like, there was all this money and, like, pressure. And I was already, my spirit was calling.
Right. And I think this goes into what you're saying, selling your soul. Like, you could have sold your
I got to that fork in the road.
Bob Saget, we just filmed with Bob. It was getting big.
Yeah. And, like, I could have gone down it, but I would have had to take drugs to do it.
Like,
to keep going.
Xanax or something?
Yeah, people drink, do coke. Like, they find some kind of way to cope.
Crutch.
With the depression.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I've seen this story.
Yeah.
I was watching my life like, okay, I'm going to be 37 and like really miserable.
But have a gate.
But have a gate.
You would have a gate. You'd have everything, but you'd be sad.
So yeah, dude, I literally just hung everything up.
Wow.
What were you thinking then?
I don't know. I was kind of glad too, because I'm too scared to do all that stuff. No, it was weird because you just kind of not snap, but like
I just finished Gold, the movie, and then disappeared.
I know. And I was like, all right. No, but it is true. There's such a lie out there of like fame. And I know all these famous people, rich people, they're just like, I just want to be anonymous. Don't you think?
I feel like I was lucky to have my dad around all the time when I was a kid because I already like won the lottery.
Yeah.
I was surfing with my dad every day. We were waking up every morning surfing. Like my life was better then.
Right.
So when getting older, I was like, all this stuff isn't making that. It's not better than me cruising around with my dad just surfing.
Yeah, dude. It's totally true.
Like going for like when I was on tour competing, I was like, dude, this isn't. Dude, it was way better back then. Like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't. And it's like everyone tries to convince you this is the dream. Like you want to do this, and you're kind of like, okay, I want to please everyone.
Yeah.
And it's the ego. It's like, the ego wants to be super gnarly one day and call yourself a world champ.
Yeah.
And then you'll be happy.
And you have a legacy.
And then like it's. I was watching Joey Brand's story when he finally won pipe.
Yeah.
When he finally became a pipe master, he said that was the most depressed he'd ever been.
Because he didn't do anything for him.
I know.
We all have a God-shaped hole in our hearts.
Well, I like found God as a kid. You know? Like just freaking cruising.
You want to go to Waffle House, surf with your dad, and just chill.
Well, when my dad died, I realized because he was so fixated on goals. You know, like he couldn't. I feel like he kind of missed the magic of us surfing together. That was it.
That was the goal.
That was the championship.
Yeah.
That was the world title. Like he worked hard enough for us to be able to enjoy time together.
That's so cool.
And when you deal with death, dude, no one thinks about, man, I could have worked more, or like, dude, if I would have just had more money in life. Like it's literally, you think about, like when I was dying with my brain injury, you think about like the tiniest stuff, the most special, tiniest moments, like of just the way someone looked at you, or like you had a special moment with someone, like someone did a nice, kind act for you. Like that's the stuff you remember before the little you die.
Stuff. I know because I'm such a wuss, but every time I have to go on a trip on a plane, I'm like, this is it. And I start thinking about all, like,
goodbye, my lover.
I look at my kids a little bit more sharper HD, and I'm like, oh.
Well, when I went on my 5-year walkabout in the woods, I realized if every morning you wake up, you're like, whoa, like I made it. Right, like this is, if you can really get to a place where it is your last day on earth.
Yeah, in your mind.
Not in like a doom way, but like, this is all I know I have.
Right.
It's when you get caught up like way into the future, like, oh, like.
Yeah, when all you're thinking about is the next year. Oh, where we're going to be with projections and blah, blah, blah.
The only way I could cope with life again after losing my dad and all these people in my life, it's I had to like appreciate my time with someone.
Right.
So if, God forbid someone in my family died, it's like the only regrets is not being there.
I know.
Because if they die, it's like, well, I lived every moment I could with them.
I'm trying to be more intentional with my family, my parents, because my dad would be like, hey, want to get coffee? And normally I'd be like, well, and I'd be like, yes, let's go. Like I try to be way more intentional.
But you got to learn to enjoy it.
Learn to enjoy it, but life's still freaking busy, man.
Well, it's hard in our society.
Well, you know how you always tease me about working at a church? You know what tomorrow is?
Is tomorrow Easter?
Tomorrow's Easter.
It's the Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl for Christians, and I have been so busy. But yeah, stay more focused on
I'm seeing all the pamphlets everywhere. I was on a walk, and there's a pamphlet everywhere I look. Like, Jesus won. Everyone had their own slogan, like, Jesus kicks ass. Every yard had a pamphlet up. They're like, our Jesus is paddled 19 nautical miles. Like everyone,
it's the Super Bowl, dude.
Dude, everyone's Jesus is competing with each other.
I know, better yard signs. In the South, I don't know how they do it in the West Coast, but we have yard signs.
Yeah, dude, this one yard sign.
I have one in my yard right now.
It was so big. It was big as a car. It said, Jesus won. And then the next pamphlet was like kind of small, and it was kind of like indie Jesus, like Jesus actually kind of cruised them.
He cruised them. Yeah, it's all this competition between churches.
Dude, how do we fix mega churches?
Dude, it's just like Ron John. We got to burn them to the ground.
Dude, I had an idea
For mega churches?
for churches in general.
For churches in general, what's your idea?
I think we should go for a more socialism approach.
What does that mean? What does that do?
Do you know what socialism is?
Yeah, like where everyone gets paid the same. Everybody just, there's no levels, no rich people.
Well, church is about
Community.
the good Lord.
The good Lord, community.
It's, it's about our spirits. So it's like money's a dangerous thing to get involved.
It's too slippery.
So it's like, dude, church is really good for people. It gets us together. It makes, it's good to get to a place where we care about each other and we're like,
Right.
we're going to get each other through this.
Yeah.
In the best way. But with the mega churches, I feel like that's the capitalism issue.
Yes.
Because then it becomes a business. And then you're competing
Yep.
with other churches.
With different yard signs.
So if there was like it was almost like NBA teams. They have a cap. This is as much as money as you can get, and this is how many people you can have.
Right.
So this church gets to like 100 people.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got to start a church over here and get that. It's like community centers,
Right. Not just megas.
And then the tithing is good, and like you spread it out,
Right.
because people go to church and they're like, "Poor, I need money," and then like the pastor's got like $500 million.
He's like, my Polaris has broken my pool right now.
It's like, why don't you share the money, pastor?
I get what you're saying.
You know that Joel Osteen's mega church? If they just spreaded the money out, everyone's problems, most of people's problems is they're starving.
I know, but that ball that spins behind him costs a lot of money. He has like a globe, dude.
You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
And I feel like it's kind of too gnarly for a pastor.
To be alone up
They
there?
become a little president.
Oh, dude, I used to work at a church in Fort Lauderdale, and this guy, if he walked by, it was like P. Diddy walking by. It was like, they were like, Pastor Bob. And I'm like, what? Who cares? What do you do when you get mean comments? I've just recently become, I just recently have become from behind the camera, and now I'm in front of the camera.
Right.
And I'm starting to get mean comments.
Right.
Like, oh, this fatty. Or whatever. And it's at first I'm like, what? And I'm like, actually, it doesn't really bother me that much. But how do you, over the years, handled mean comments?
Dude,
just don't look at them?
Dude, life taught me young.
Yeah.
It's actually a really special journey that I learned.
Okay.
My first year in high school.
Yeah.
My first day.
Yeah.
The weekend before, I was one of the first Olympians. Did you know that?
No.
I'm serious. I won the Junior Olympics.
Where?
It was at Sebastian Inlet, and it was like kids from all over the world came. Okay. And it was the first when they were trying to get surfing into the Olympics.
Oh, this is way back.
Oh my God, it was like 2001.
Dude.
And I won. It was one of the biggest events I've ever won.
Sebastian
I got a gold medal. So I won gold. I beat all these kids from all over the world.
Dude.
And yeah, it was a huge deal. And it was the weekend before my first day in high school.
Ooh.
So I just won the junior. I've got a freaking gold medal around my neck. I'm like heading home like, I had a flag around me. I'm like, dude, I'm about to freaking crush high school.
Yeah.
So I walk into high school. I have an American flag around my on me, and I have my gold medal.
Wow.
And my parents didn't tell me, but they called. ABC News came to the school.
Dude.
On the big network. I walk in, and all of a sudden a news camera's on me like this close. I'm like, whoa. And a news report lady I've seen on TV, she's there. And it became about me, and they're like, Sterling Spencer won the Junior Olympics, the first surfing Olympian.
Dude, this is not good around a bunch of other high schoolers.
Well, it backfired.
Right, I can see where this is going.
So, dude, I was like, dude, I am about to crush the women's so hard. I'm about to crush all the older girls.
Oh, they're going to be like, this guy's real.
Because I came in so hot. They're like, he's a freaking Olympian. Like, this is crazy. So I get into class. I'm sitting in the classroom with my American flag and gold medal.
Douchebag.
I'm like, I became super like
proud of America.
Yeah, all of a sudden I loved America. I was like, did it for our country. So I remember my first class, I'm sitting there. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom, and there's probably like 10 older guys. And I see them like in the corner, and they're like doing something. And then they look and see me and they're like, oh, and like they run off real quick. And I look and it says Sterling sucks dick.
Did you?
And that's what people would say. Like, did he?
Did he?
So like, I was
Is that how you won? I'm just kidding.
well, I was like so crushed. I was like, what? Like,
oh, and you're like what?
I was like, I don't
14?
even.
I don't even.
Yeah. I was 14, so that like kind of rattled me.
Dang.
So I go to the bathroom later, dude. I go in there. There's like 50 more. Sterling's mom puts his teat in his mouth and milks him. Like,
That's a good one.
like they're like, Sterling sucks this way. Sterling's bad at this. And I was like, well, this is kind of gnarly. Like,
Dude, that sucks.
So I went from the highest high to like kind of the
Right.
lowest low. So then everyone's, they're talking about it, like, oh, Sterling sucks. And like they're when I walk by, they're like, Sterling sucks.
That's all they could think of.
So I like take my American flag and I put it in my locker. I'm like, stupid.
How quickly you don't care.
So then the next day I get there, dude, I'm not lying. The wall looked black
From
when
marker.
I walked in, but it was just my name written everywhere.
So you've been reading mean comments.
So that week, the entire bathroom wall is Sterling sucks this, Sterling sucks that. So I go home and I like cry. And
Yeah.
my dad is like,
Let's go to Waffle House.
he gives me this talk and he's like, you know what, Sterling, this is a good thing. And I'm like, what? Why? He's like, people only hate on people that are doing good stuff.
Yeah, baby.
I was like, whoa, really? I was like, has this happened to you? He's like, and he goes through his story. He's like, oh my God, like this.
Yeah.
And it really kind of like made me understand.
That's really cool.
So then a month later, I stopped going in that bathroom because I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, let me go check. Like maybe I'm like, surely they took it down by now. I go in.
The janitor's doing it.
Dude, it was on the toilets. It was on the floor.
So there's just
it was there was nothing. So there was this one place left.
You could see the mirror.
So at that point, a new energy within Sterling took over. This is Centaur energy took over.
Whoa.
This is literally the change in me happened.
Okay.
I walk into that bathroom and those older guys are back and they're about to write in Sterling in the last space. I pull the pen out of his hand.
The Sharpie.
And I pull the Sharpie and I write Sterling sucks big dong. And I write it and I look at them and they're like, they look at each other. They're like, what do we do? And I watched how I took the energy out of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm in on it. You can't make fun of me anymore.
Yeah,
because I'm with you.
I'm sucking
yes, it helped me defeat my own ego.
Yeah.
And the energy, they picked me up, put me on their shoulders. I remember walking through the hallway. They're like, yeah.
Sucks,
And I was like, man, this is great. And we get to the end of the hallway and they throw me into a trash can. I remember they pushed me in the trash can and put the top on.
So they weren't.
And they're like, and like, it rolled me off.
Where's
and I,
the
rolled
teachers?
Out. Dude, this was early O's.
Yeah.
Anything happened.
Yeah.
Then everyone started loving me again. And I changed my whole persona. Like, I realized because, God gave me good gifts. I had good parents. I had a really good father that loved me. And people hated that about me. So I learned, I started dressing differently. I stopped wearing cool surfer clothes because it made people feel like
intimidated.
A lot of kids,
jealous.
like my dad had a surf shop, which in their minds they're like, whoa, they're so rich. But like a surf shop's like, it's like having a bait store.
Yeah. Someone's dentist dad is making more.
Exactly. But it was so cool and flashy. So I started wearing like thrift clothes and just so it made people feel okay.
Right. Because I remember that age, if like, oh, he's cool, he's wearing Billabong all day.
Yeah. So I got my glasses and I became I created this persona, like I don't take myself serious.
Yeah.
And literally that was my way of being able to be around people.
That's cool.
And it literally changed my whole projection of life.
So for me, I haven't had all these mean comments, and it's just different. It can mess your brain up a little bit.
There's two ways you can get them back. You either chime in on it.
Yeah, like, yeah, this guy does look fat.
Like, get this fat ass out of here. You like ride in with them, or you bring up their mom.
Oh,
Dude, mom jokes hit hard.
So if it's like, dude, you're so fat, why are you talking about surfing? Be like, your mom liked it fat.
Yeah, you go, that's weird. Your mom loved it when I was laying on her. And they never respond because it's kind of this like, my mom. They're like, how could he say that? But they realize they're a dick already.
Yeah.
Like just the other day, I saw someone commented like, that big swell, I'm in that barrel. And I was riding like my big 9.6.
Yeah.
He's like, can that board even fit in there?
What does that mean?
It's like a
surf fat joke?
No, he's trying to downplay that the waves were big for the Gulf.
Oh, what a jerk.
So I was like, that's weird. Your mom said it fit perfect.
So childish.
But dude, it crushed him. He had nowhere to go. It's like, damn, brought my man into this.
Well, this reminds me real quick. You know Raglan and his little homie Feces?
Mm-hmm.
So these are
freaking Feces.
These are our rivals, dude. So they have this podcast. They've been doing it for 5 years,
right.
And they have like 50 episodes. Feces said this about me.
Someone's started to steal our identity as a podcast.
Hey.
You know Sterling Spencer?
Yeah.
And his cousin Ryan Spencer?
Yeah.
So they've got a podcast.
What?
And a surfing-based podcast. There's more than us. So they've got their own little shtick going on.
Okay. Well, they need to back off a little bit.
I think we can beat them.
Okay. I'll take on the fat cousin.
He called me fat, dude.
What the? His name is Feces.
They think they can fight us. This is a war.
Dude, they're lucky they're on the southern hemisphere.
Dude, that's the other thing too, is New Zealanders, they have this little talk about them, and it just sounds funny because of their voice.
Right.
They're not funny at all.
They're just haters.
They just have an accent. Dude.
Show them that clip of the other day.
So what's going on here?
So this was the other day. It was pretty big.
Whoa, you're in the yellow board.
So look at this kid. You naughty Ross!
You cut him off.
I burned him hardcore.
On purpose?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Sterling, you broke the rule.
Well, the rule can be broken sometimes.
Really?
There's a deadly sin in surfing called back paddling.
Back paddling?
Do you know what that is?
You paddle with your back.
So when you're surfing with people,
yeah,
yes, cutting someone off is a deadly sin, but
yeah,
there's an even deadlier sin called back paddling.
Okay, what is it?
So if there's a peak, you take turns.
And the peak is where the wave is the best.
The wave is peaking.
Right. But that's where you want to be to catch it.
Right.
Okay.
So this kid, I've known him my whole life, and this is like a part of every kid's life where they realize they've been doing it wrong their whole life. It happened to me. It's happened to every surfer.
Okay.
Long-time surfer. But when you're a kid, you get away with back paddling because you're just a little kid, and you're mostly just catching like little tiny waves.
Yeah.
So the older guys, they'll let you paddle around them because they know you're not catching the set.
Right. Okay.
So it's no big deal.
No big deal.
But this kid is now like 18 years old, and he's bigger, and he wants to catch the big ones with Uncle Sturls. So the other day, we had another big day, and like every wave, he's just paddling around me and taking off. I'm like, what is going on?
So
here?
he was paddle battling you, back paddling you, getting behind you.
He didn't understand back paddling.
Okay.
So I'm sitting. So if it's like a southeast swell, the peak is normally like 10 feet off the pier, and it's like a left. Sorry, I'm getting super surfing. Right
No, I think people like it.
So yeah, like the Gulf is facing south. So if we get like a east-south swell, it's normally a left that'll break off the pier like 10 feet.
Okay.
So this kid only goes left.
Me too.
So I'm sitting there, and it was like bowling. I was like, okay, I want to get a barrel. So like I start putting on the reins, like, all right, I'm getting kind of serious here. And I realized I'd let this kid always back paddle me, but now that he's surfing bigger waves.
Now that he's grown into a man.
Yeah. So he catches a wave. I'm like, I was like, you right on.
Yeah.
And he paddles back out, and the next set comes, and he just paddles around me and takes the wave again. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then he did it again.
And you're like, okay, Junior.
So then I'm like, so I'm like, I'm going to get right next to the pier. So I sit right next to the pier, and he's coming, and he's like, I can't get around him. Like, cause I'm right next to the pier. I was like, you can't get around me now. So then he paddles 10 feet the other way. So then a big set's coming. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. So then he's paddling and he's doing this thing we called fading. It's when you act like you don't see someone and you're just paddling like, oh yeah, I don't see you, and like hoping they just back off. So he started fading me. I was like, what?
Did you yell?
Oh yeah, I was like, what? He's like, oh! And I scared him so bad he almost hit my board. So then I'm wobbling on the wave. I almost fell. And I paddled back. I'm like, what? He's like, oh.
No words were said. Just
The next swell. So I paddled out first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
Yeah,
it's the biggest swell of the year.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm surfing the first 2 hours by myself because no one wants to ride it big. So he paddles out at like noon. So if you want me to like, dude, if you're waiting for the swell to die, don't even paddle next to me expecting to get away. Are you kidding me?
Because it's not respected?
Dude, if you're not ready to charge and then you're going to wait for it to die down and then try to take away. Are you?
So it's already not cool.
Dude, you got to be out first thing in the morning and the biggest part of the swell. I want to see you packing a barrel like, wah! And then I'm like, okay, like we're doing this.
Yeah.
So then he paddles out at noon and he gives me this bad look. He's like,
why?
He's still mad about the other day for me.
Oh, this is a different day.
Yeah, so now this is the big day.
Oh, boy.
And he waited till noon to paddle out.
Okay, so you already don't respect him.
I'm like, where you been? He's like, oh. So he gives me this mean look and paddles around and sits again. And the wave comes, I'm like, you're nutty, Rose. So and like, I got like barrel in front. I was like, wow.
And then he kind of does a little like.
He's like, oh, got me.
So are you guys? Is there beef now?
So then after he's like, why are you? He like didn't understand, and I was like, dude, I know this is confusing for you right now, but this has happened to all of us. Really? I remember my first time, someone telling me I'm backpaddling.
Yeah.
I was in Puerto Rico. Yeah. I was surfing this wave called Hobos. It was Dylan Gray's older brother, Josie.
Oh, I didn't know he had an older brother.
Yeah, we call him Woofy Sr.
Woofy Sr.
He had this crazy hair, and they call me Woofy Jr.
Okay.
But I went and lived with him for like half a year. Whoa. And so I was surfing Hobos, and I did this. Dude, it's like a little kid thing where it's like, I can just paddle right there and take the wave. I'll just take it. It's like a little kid thing.
Well, it's like this. I was fishing with my nephew the other day, and I was fishing, and then I caught a fish, and so he just threw his line right over top of mine. And I'm like, no, dude, you gotta.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a dumb little kid.
That's where the fish is.
But I know 57-year-old men that haven't been broken in yet.
Whoa, that's a weird way to say it.
No one's told them they're backpedaling.
Right. You gotta, the rules them, dude.
Josie, I backpaddled him, and I went to catch the wave, and he's like, what? And I was like, what? He's like, stop effing backpedaling. And I was like, what? I didn't know. He's like, you're backpedaling. He's like, you're literally backpedaling every session, everyone. I was like, what? I am? I didn't know. And my brain opened up, and I realized, I'm like, oh, we're taking turns here.
Yeah.
So back to this Ken.
Yeah, and we won't say his name. What's his name?
So he's yelling at me. I was like, you don't even know what you're yelling about.
Right.
He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, you're going to get punched. I'm like, I'm saving you right now. You're going to go to Puerto Rico and get slapped, or you're going to go to Hawaii. And he's like, this isn't Hawaii. I was like, so you're just making the rules now?
Right.
I feel like for kids out there, if you want to like do some rad stuff in life, like listen to people that are doing to rad stuff.
Doing to rad stuff.
Dude, there's so many weird little rules to surfing. Like when I paddle out in a session, I know each guy, I know which way they like to go.
Well, that's because this is talking local energy.
Right. Well, the goal is for all of us to get a bunch of waves and have fun together.
Right.
Like, I don't like getting all the waves because it brings this like bummer feeling. I can feel it with other people. Like, oh, Sterling freaking took all the waves. So like, So there's this guy Johnny. He only goes left. So I'll sit on the other side of him and go right.
Yeah, you know he's gonna go.
So then I'll catch that right, and then like say like there's a peak over here. I know Brad. He likes to go right only, so I'll sit on him and go left.
Dude, this is complicated.
So then there's like Charlie. He's like 72-year-old longboarder.
He shreds.
And for him, it's like I make sure he gets any wave he wants because it's like
he doesn't
it's
have
harder
much time
for
left. He doesn't have much waves left.
Well, I remember in Hawaii, one of the coolest things I saw.
Yeah.
I remember I was out at Pipe, and Derek Ho paddles out, and he was the first Hawaiian world champion.
Oh,
dude, and he was probably 50 something, which is older in the surf world.
Yeah.
Any wave he paddled for, there was the younger guys. They would scream at everyone like, "Don't go!"
Like let him go.
They would make sure he caught his waves.
That's sick.
Dude, I remember seeing it. I got like goosebumps. I was like, "Whoa, this is like this is real life, like tribal, like the elders coming through."
Yeah.
And it was so cool watching them like give him his respect.
That's
and stuff.
so cool. So you're trying to do that now with Charlie.
Well, yeah, like with older guys for sure. Like I don't hassle them, and I always ask them like, "Are you going?" Like that's one thing people don't realize. Just communicate.
Dude, one time, one of my only surf stories, I was out in Hawaii by myself. It was where that fire was. What's the name of that town?
Lahaina.
I was in Lahaina. I walked down to this point, had a longboard, paddled out by myself. I was in better shape. I felt good. And there was tons of like real Hawaiian humans with all the tattoos. And there was this chick that was so good. And I just wouldn't go. And she was so funny. I'm like, yeah. And then she looked at me. She goes, "You can go." And I was like, okay. And I caught one and I went in and didn't go back out because I was so scared. But she communicated. She was like, "You can go."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thank you."
Good surfers, they communicate. And I'm trying to adapt to every different surfer. Like,
yeah. But you have all that knowledge from.
Yeah, I have like LeBron basketball brain out in the water.
Yeah, you're like, okay, Brad's going left. This guy likes to go.
So a lot of people complain about crowded lineups, but I know how to navigate to get tons of waves.
Dude, I've been out there with you, and it's like you've caught 10, I've caught half one.
And what's funny, people think I'm taking all the waves, but I'm literally going out of my way to make sure they're getting waves while I'm getting waves.
Right, and you're also not letting waves get wasted. You know what I mean?
Also, you look into people's eyes. Like, they give you that look. They're like, and if you give me that look, I'll just be like,
yeah, because you know that,
you're not ready.
You see the fear. Like,
there's also different rules to different waves. Like if it's barreling, then
if someone's not a barrel person, they can't get barreled.
Well, if it's barreling, there's a new set of rules because if you're paddling out in the wave. It messes the barrel up. It's called a chandelier.
Wait. So if my body is trying to get over the wave, it'll impact the flow.
So if you're already in the barrel and you're paddling like 10 feet and then stop, it's like, yeah, you didn't cut me off, but it's called a chandelier. This big piece of whitewater closes the barrel and you have to like go through it.
Because of the human body paddling.
Yes.
So that clip that's going around right now, the guy that dove into the wave so that it didn't mess up the barrel.
That was like the correct form.
So he took one on the head, the lip just nailed it.
Right.
So watch this clip. This guy does what he's supposed to do.
Right. You go into the barrel. Ugh. If it's barreling on a peak and say you're with a 5-guy rotation, whoever's turn it is, the second guy, it's up to him to be like, communicate. Like, are you going? Like,
right.
You going and you communicate and then you make sure you don't paddle for it. Because even if you slightly paddle, it messes it up.
Ugh.
And if you're when we used to shoot photos for magazines, I would go with a bunch of pro surfers to like a spot and we're trying to get the shot barreling.
Yeah.
You paddle 10 feet out and over. You never paddle through the waves. Because if you paddle through the wave, you're going to mess up the photo for the barrel.
Dude, there's so much.
So barreling, if it's barreling, the most respectful thing you can do is you wait in line and communicate. And then, but dude, so many guys, it's like they have like 3 kids at home.
I know.
They couldn't get out till midday.
Yeah.
And they're so jonesing. And like everyone's sitting in line. They come out and they're paddling.
Yeah.
They're paddling on the inside. They're paddling for this. And like, dude, they're totally bumming the vibe out. And they're not like cutting anyone off. But
they're just too.
We call them freaking a hassler.
They're called Dude, we're learning all sorts
You
of stuff.
don't want to
today.
be a hassler.
Hassler, chandeliers. We went to the surf school of stir fry, dude.
You also got to know, like, if you're going to get your wave count up, you got to know who's the kooks. And just can't worry about them.
Well, to whoever that kid is out there, we hope you learned something.
He's going to hate me.
No, he's not.
Ryan.
What?
I'm talking to you through my mind.
Yep.
A bra?
Dude, it's called a bro.
Or a bro?
A man's ear.
This episode's over. It's time for me to go back into my cave.
All right, man.
Back to the 12th dimension. I'll see you next week.
What does it feel like in there? It's like a sauna, but it's cold.
It's like a cold sauna in here.
Can you feel Laird in there?
Laird's in here right now, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can I say hi to him real quick? Laird.
What?
What
I'm in an ice bath right now. What? What?
Laird. Sit down back there.
Laird.
What does he want?
How are you, Laird?
We're both in the ice bath right now. Leave us alone.
All right. Thanks,
So, Ryan,
whoa, hey,
it's time for us to go.
All right, let's get out of here, buddy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sterling's going to do his tummy check. I can't believe I just talked to Laird just a second ago. Oh, baby girl.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.